straight A and B student, bro. On my mama, nigga had like a 3.0 overall in high school, all that shit, cuz. But you feel me? I'm the type of nigga, I just had a photographic memory. I'm the type of nigga that'll just know what's going on, cuz, and don't ever go to school. But nigga, when it's time to do a test or whatever, bro, I'm just gonna pass that motherfucker. Nigga just always been like mentally enhanced. But I started off at private school. You know, my mama had some dough when I was young, so I don't know if it was the young training or not that had a nigga fit for life. But you feel me? Like, I was just that nigga, and I'm still going through your pockets and life, bitch ass nigga. Y'all promoters still mad at me over that shit. That's why I'm blocked out the industry, bro.
Right. So getting straight A's in school. When did you like cross over to the gangster life?
Bro, I've been from the hood since I was 13.
Okay.
I've been from the set since I was 13. Shit, I grew up in the hood. Like, I was like Richie Rich, cuz I was like the little nigga, cuz that really, you know, had his way already. It was already set in stone, cuz, like, you know, my mama the brick lady, cuz. My stepfather heavy in the game. Shout out my real dad too, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Can't speak on cuz. But my mom and my stepfather, you know, they got covered like a ton of dope out there. Out there in Detroit, about 89, 90 when I was born, cuz, and the nigga, they just got that level of respect in the streets. You know, when you eat with somebody and then you out in the streets or whatever, cuz you always look out for their kids or whatever. It's just like the way it goes. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit like a mafia type of shit out here. So, you know what I'm saying? No matter where you from, no matter if you a blood or a crip, nigga, if you down with that certain bloodline, cuz, you know what I'm saying? It's like a certain pass in that like that shit's just amazing.
Yeah, definitely. So joining the gang at 13, did you have to do with the process? Something, or was you already known? So they
Nah, hell nah. That wasn't that easy. My mama, nigga, my cousins made me go through. I was 13. I really I grew up in Jefferson Park. I used to back hard, and I just used to shout out Cocker, like, rest in peace, cuz that Johnny Cocker, that was like one of my best friends. So, you know what I'm saying? We used to push hard about CIP. That was our clique over there in Jefferson Park, like off Crenshaw and Jefferson, but I always was a crip. But my mama, all my family off Slauson, and all my family lived off Slauson too. So when the niggas started getting into it, cuz, like my big bros, like, nigga, you always got us coming to, you know what I'm saying, come save you, nigga, in the hood, nigga. Like, you ain't from 30s, nigga, you from 60s, nigga. So I'm like, well, fuck it, cuz. They like, we'll take you to the block and get you a name, cuz. So go to the block. Well, actually, it's funny, cuz I was walking to the block from my mama house over here. I was walking down the 10th Ave, cuz one of the homies caught me walking, nigga, in the hills, cuz. That made me get in the car, cuz, took me to the back in the over hills, cuz. I didn't even know where I was at first, cuz. Like, I ain't just never kicked it on that block before I was still young. Like, all I know was 10th Ave or whatever, cuz. Cuz I got put on. You feel what I'm saying? It's all 60s, cuz. So I turned the hills up, cuz. You feel me?
Right. So, okay. The gang culture now, would you still say it's the same as it was back in the day?
Fuck no. Fuck no, cuz. Hey, don't gang bang, bro. Don't do it, cuz. This shit watered down, cuz. Like, I remember, cuz, you could shoot a nigga on camera and still get away with it back in the day, cuz. My nigga, you can't shoot a nigga on the block without killing him, my nigga. They telling, cuz, nigga. They offering money for victim of crime out here, man. The niggas out here broke as a joke.
That shit crazy.
So, you know that shit crazy.
What would you say is worse than what it was as far as the violence? And would you say
the violence, that shit go up. It just depend on who get killed and what type of situation it is. Cause it ain't really like ups and downs. It's like, cause like it wasn't no cameras back then. Like the niggas was sliding easier over dumber shit. But like the wrong nigga get killed, it's still gonna go up. Like nigga, like it's 88, like it's 92 or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, okay, what's some of the rules now? Because I know you're a crip and wear all red shoes. Is that the cool thing? Like, is that acceptable?
When you're a general, you don't got no rules. Like when you know what I'm saying? My motherfucking resume speak for itself, cuz a nigga don't have to put on no color. And in LA, we don't be all extra out. Niggas really get their head split up and shit. So niggas wear whatever they gonna wear, nigga. Nigga know what it is when they see you, cuz like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can front your move by being blowed up, blue rags everywhere out here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you front your move because you already giving up your shit. Nigga ain't gonna say nothing to you. They gonna hop out and knock you down, cuz. So it ain't really, you know, it ain't no code or color out here, cuz. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Either you with the shits or you ain't, cuz.
So if I'm walking through LA, Compton, South Central, anywhere, I tell them all gangbang. West Hollywood,
Yo, 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 yo,
formerly
yo,
known
yo,
as
yo,
Bel
yo.
Air High Prep. While attending the school, formerly known as Bel Air High Prep, Brick Baby will receive leniency on his court cases after getting a scholarship for basketball to attend Clark University in Atlanta, Georgia. Brick Baby would also be cousins to Los Angeles recording artist Kid Ink. Kid Ink would take Brick Baby on tour while his music career had just started to flourish. But this would be after his mom would be released and she'd hear word from him joining the Rolling 60s. And at the age of 16, she'd send him down to Atlanta, Georgia to live with his family. It was because she was worried that her son was going down the wrong path, that he may get himself in some trouble that he couldn't get out of. So if he didn't leave Los Angeles at that moment, then maybe she wouldn't be able to turn his life around. And after hearing about him having run-ins with the Los Angeles Police Department and them recovering the gun from Brick, she had decided that was the last straw, and she had sent him to Atlanta with his relatives. This would be the years that BMF would take over the Atlanta rap scene and inspire what we call now to be Black Hollywood. His cousin and his sister were both dating members of BMF. And those fellas from BMF would urge Brick Baby to stay out of trouble because he had came down with his California style of rock. While being fresh up out of juvenile hall, Brick Baby would find that Atlanta was sweeter than California. While everyone in Atlanta was known for hustling, Brick would come from a different environment into which the hate was always present. Being in Atlanta would open his eyes up to the hustlers working together and getting money with no hate. See, Brick was used to robbing in Los Angeles as a means of support, but here in Atlanta, he could trade in his blowers for a digital scale and sandwich bags. And at the age of 18, he would run an elaborate marijuana operation out of the very same college dorms that he laid his head in.
Well, hell yeah. I caught a case on campus at like 17. I just turned 18, matter of fact. And I got caught with like 35 pounds of weed.
Brick was introduced to the lifestyle of hustling and making fast money hand over fist. He dated an actor girl who go unnamed, in which case he would have shipments of marijuana shipped to her dorm room. She would be the one who would actually tip off to campus officers that Brick was getting 35 pounds of marijuana mailed to him in the mail, which was a federal crime. He'd actually be kicked off of the campus, and he'd actually taken a $60,000 loss. Ironically enough, Brick would claim responsibility for turning Atlanta into Crips. And get this, his sister was married to the modern-day Atlanta rapper, trap rapper, Pee Wee Longway.
Vanilla ice on my neck froze. Blue bitch and nigga on me snapping. She came right in with the snapping tackle. Full trap spotlight, but nothing.
He had just got out of the penitentiary and would offer Brick Baby a place to stay. Pee Wee and Brick would star NPA or Money, Powers, and Ammunition. It was in the Zone 3 of Atlanta that Brick would recall being very comfortable living in the Bankhead Projects with Pee Wee Longway, being that he came from the hood. While everyone wanted to be Bloods because of their favorite rapper Lil Wayne, Pee Wee Longway and Brick Baby would be responsible for turning the large majority of street guys in Atlanta into Crips. Brick went to Atlanta during the years of Hurricane Katrina. Brick Baby would be responsible for introducing those street guys to the fraction of Atlanta's Rolling 60s Crips. Brick would meet Young Thug through Pee Wee Longway. See, Young Thug and Pee Wee Longway were cousins. After the popularity of the drug MDMA or Molly, Brick would find that he liked the feeling that it gave him, and one day, he just get the movie tried out. Artist Young Thug was originally a part of the NPA imprint, and in 2009, Brick Baby would introduce his Rolling 60s rap hit Nipsey Hussle to the Young Thug, in hopes that he can bridge the musical gap between Atlanta and South Central. But Nipsey wasn't so sure about Young Thug. He was hesitant due to Young Thug being known for his grimy and slimy ways at the time. Thug would be the one who would motivate Brick Baby to rap, because Young Thug had started catching traction in his own lane. He had contributed his rap style to Atlanta due to him living in Atlanta at the time. His raps were reflective of a man who uses designer drugs while wearing designer clothes and driving foreign cars. Brick Baby said that it was his favorite rapper, Lil Wayne, that would pique his interest in drinking lean and consuming other drugs. He'd start selling drugs. He'd always test the product despite Biggie's instructions on never getting high on your own supply. He'd recall using yurks when they were $4 and getting pints of drink when it was $120. It's safe to say He was an experimental guy. Young Thug would be the artist of the forefront for pushing NPA as a rap conglomerate. His style would be the first to catch notice. At the time, where Lil Wayne was still at the top of the charts and the top chief of the game, Thug was edging his way into his own lane while being influenced by the rapper. Brick Baby went to jail in 2012 and did 16 months. When he came home, NPA was now part of Gucci Mane's 1017 imprint, making them the NPA 1017. Gucci had Thug as a full-time rapper and in full-time rapper mode, and Gucci Mane would encourage Pee Wee to take things serious. See, Pee Wee Longway and Gucci Mane were already close friends with QCP, who was close friends with Coach K. But sadly, these would be the years that Gucci Mane would be battling his lean and drug addiction, and the deals with 1017 would fall through before Brick could use the 1017 imprint on his first mixtape, Son of a Bricklayer. In that era, Gucci Mane would have new artists all around the country in East Atlanta. It would be Hood Rich Rip and Nate from Mixtape Kitchen that would encourage Brick Baby to take the music seriously. But it was his manager, Brodisky, that would find out about him while vacationing in Paris with Bay Area artist Lil Debbie.
Who actually got in your ear though and like really made you believe that you had it to be an actual rapper yourself and start working on putting that whole project together and everything?
Hood Rich, Rip, and Nate from Mixtape Kitchen. Hey, like, man, do it. Like, you got something going, do it. And then my manager, he cause Brodisky, I was fucking with Brodisky before a second, so Brodisky found out about me through like a Long Way project or something. It was way in Paris. Lil Debbie and my manager were way in Paris. You know, Lil Debbie just my best friend, so it's still my best friend. Okay. Interesting. She used to come with me.
Debbie would actually take an interest in Brick Baby, and the two would start dating. This was around the same time that Lil Debbie's best friend, Krayshawn, was on fire with her song Blues. Lil Debbie and Brick Baby would ultimately end up moving in together, and this would be due to the fact that Brick Baby had just gotten to a shootout in front of his mom's house. He had to relocate, and Debbie would be all open arms. Brick Baby would get into an incident in Hollywood when the parking valet guy had backed into his Range Rover, and right on Sunset Boulevard, he'd jump out with the blower and proceed to assault the valet driver. And after 6 months, he'd be tipped off by the rental car place. Ultimately, he would be picked up in a rental car that wasn't in his name, but instead it was in his rap cousin Kid Ink's name. And later, he'd bond out. Brick Baby would put out a tape called Nasty Dealer, but he wasn't taking it seriously because at the time he was balling out of control. He recalls having about $400,000 and a nice house at the time. So this would make him lose focus and he would blow off video shooting because he was too busy anytime stripping. One day, Brick Baby and the unnamed co-defendant would go on Melrose one day to buy shoes from Flight Club. He'd also come to talk to a buddy from New York who had just gotten into an altercation with one of his close friends. Brick would tell him that it wasn't safe to move the way he was moving, being that he wasn't even from out there. Brick's accomplice would ultimately go inside the store unknowingly to Brick and steal about 10 bathing ape jackets valued at about or around $200 a piece. Desto Dub, the owner of an awful lot of cough syrup, would coincidentally be hitting a jug right around the corner from the very same store. Brick's co-defendant would run out the store and be chased by the store owner, ultimately knocking out the store owner, and Desto Dub would pick up a random bake jacket, and by doing that, he would unintentionally tie himself into a robbery.
Now, mind you, Dub, so before I even get to the
Dub just happened to see you, right?
me and Dub just happened to pull up on Melrose together.
Right.
And he had some juice, I had some juice. I'm like, bro, I just bought a pint. Go get some pineapple sodas. He like, I'm finna go serve this nigga right here. You know, Dub was still in the street. Yeah, I'm finna go serve this nigga some juice right around the building. Right. So on the camera, it looked like Dub went and cased the joint for us. It looked like he circled the building.
Brick's co-defendant would run out the store and be chased by the store owner, ultimately knocking out the store owner, and Desto Dub would pick up a random bake jacket, and by doing that, he'd unintentionally tie himself into a robbery. And to make matters worse, the store owner went into a coma. Being that Brick Baby was the rapper, and most notable, everyone pointed fingers at Brick Baby. And One day, he'd rent a car for a business. And after being broadcasted as the Satan.
And how would you rate your manager? Get the truth anonymously with SurveyMonkey.
The Satan that had caused the attack on Melrose, the rental car place was ultimately taken in. His co-defendant would actually go on to tell on Brick Baby for a separate crime involving a homicide. He'd actually tell detectives that Brick Baby had information and knew who had committed such heinous crime. This is why he ended up doing so much time on that robbery charge he didn't do, because he refused to cooperate in the case for detectives. Brick Baby was already on parole to the point where he couldn't make bail, because in order to do that, he would have to admit guilt in that case, and ultimately, it would be a parole violation. But in the street, though, it's still shit for sure.
You already know, man. A little shit, man. Everybody knows you know. No affiliation with other people. I'm just a little shitty, man. You know what I'm saying? There's other people with my name around the area that will got the same belief. You know, actually shit up, shit down, shitty like that, you know.
Right. Now, you've been home for a little over a year?
Yeah, no, but I did, yeah, man.
Okay, and you did 4 years for what?
I did 4 years. I'm glad that you asked. I did 4 years for something similar to purse snatching. No, I did 4 years because first and foremost, there was a lot of other shit going on with, like, my boy that just got picked up in the house for a homicide robbery, so he was under investigation or whatever. So, I had got into it with a manager at the bake store. My boy ran out with the motherfucking jacket, but I didn't know he was gonna run out with the jacket or whatever. I got into it with the manager at the bake store for some whole other shit. And my boy, he seen my energy and ran with it. It ain't my boy no more. That nigga's a rat. So, you know what I'm saying? I was in jail. So that was a rotten because when he ran back out, they got to a fight. I guess if you touch somebody like you first got you can tell you what robbery. Wow. I was in jail for some bullshit.
So, it was a normal day, and then it turned into a nightmare.
Normal day. Me, Desto, me, Cozy, we all was on the case. It was all players up there. It's like, it's just, the police, that's like the craziest part. If it would have been audio to the camera, like I would have never been in jail, Dub would have been in jail, nobody. But it's no audio, so it looks crazy. Like, I never called Dub not one time that day. I ended up seeing him. I had just got some greasy ass and greasy, you know, he niggas doing the juicy. Yeah, I'm like, hey, what you gonna do? I send him in there, I'm like, hey, go get some extra panic. He had to go do something around the building, you know what I'm saying? So it looked like he was casing the joint for it. Like we called him and he cased the joint, so yeah, we was over there going to go tell him whatever the fuck we came with. Coach was living with me at the time. Shout out to the coach, see you guys going on. Dopey black artists, you know. But yeah, me and Cozy was just doing our thing. Fucking around and Dub go around the building and all the shit go crazy. And nigga Dub end up picking up a jacket and all type of shit. But everybody like this dude was just doing the most, trying to fight everybody and all that shit. And you know, we was younger or whatever the case was. Nigga picked up the jacket and I picked up a jacket and threw it at the kitchen or whatever the case was, and they said that the fact that I picked up the jacket and drove off, I picked up a jacket and drove off with this nigga in the car. I was a part of the robbery, but the whole time.
No, but if you still think stocks, real estate, and crypto are the best passive income investments in today's economy, I'm sorry, but you got it wrong. There's a little known trend that's tracking millions of dollars a day right now.
We back with another one. Steeze Urkle podcast.
It's one.
The whole time they wanted me to testify on my boy murder. They came and come holler at me about my boy shit. It's a whole lot of shit. But a nigga, you know what I'm saying, that nigga that I don't know how to really turn and go into it, but they was trying to do that Rico type shit, like, all right, nigga, you got nothing to do with all these people involved with murder, but really you just, my boys really didn't even do the murder, but you know what I'm saying, they trying to take a young black nigga down there at the big house out in Porter Ranch, 4-5 different cars there, living life, and they, you know, trying to stop my shine.
So you feel like because you didn't testify, they laid it down on you. They ain't let you go away
For sure. Because it was like, I had, the reason why I couldn't bail out because of probation. So then, 2 years go by. That was the max they could have gave me for probation. And a motherfucker, like after the 2 years went by, the motherfucker asked for a bail and all that. They're like, no, that means that you go a big guilt to this case. So if we violate your probation now and let you out early, you a big guilt to the case. So on your real case, we can give you the max on the case. But the whole time they sitting there trying to wear me out. Nigga, I didn't get sentenced till after my boy trial. He was in jail for 6 years. I was in jail for 4 years. You get what I'm saying? Like they was just sitting us right there trying to. You know, I know not to talk to nobody in jail. They just kept on trying to catch us from any aspect they could do, but it wasn't nothing like that going on. You know what I'm saying? Them just my brothers. We play basketball together, all that shit. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we from 2 different hoods, so what we doing it for the benefit of? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now at this time, you know, I was even in LA a few times and we kicked it. You had so much motion going. You had cribs, you had cars, you had girls. You know, you was hustling, you was doing your thing. They tell you have 4 years. What goes through your mind? You have all this shit going on and it just stopped for 4 years.
Stop. Like, really. When it first happened, it was like unbelievable. I'm like, man, like what the fuck? I was minding my day. They had undercovers on me or whatever, but it was like, nigga, once I got in that cell, it was like maybe God got me tucked away for something, because I was doing the right thing, bro. I wasn't taking from people. I wasn't doing nothing. I was just living my life. You feel me? I think God snatched me up out the streets for a second to let whatever dark cloud was gonna roll, because a lot of crazy historic shit happened while I was in jail. And it's like that. The riots came back to LA. Like, who knows what I would have been doing during the riots? Like, my brother got killed while I was in jail. Not only him, as soon as I went to jail, Fats got killed. And a line of other people got killed. And this shit popped off over here. But, you know what I'm saying? It really, like, took me off my road. Because I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm nearing 30. I'm in the late 20s. They ain't telling me when I'm coming home. So, at that point, it was like, all right, just get right with God. Maybe it was. So, my liver wouldn't fail because I was getting high back to, you know what I'm saying? Drinking hella juice, popping hella perk. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just had to get right with God and, like, focus on myself. So, you know what I'm saying? That might have been, you know what I'm saying, the reason, because that's the only thing that was going through the head. Why the fuck am I here with all the, I ain't even gonna talk down on nobody else. I mean, but the same nigga in the tent downtown is sleeping right next to me, and I just was doing the Maserati and the Range Rover, and you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no place for no P. I know that free YSL, man. I know they going through it.
Yeah. So you're in jail at this time. You're a public figure. You're a target. What is it like, you know, being in one of the most dangerous jails, and they see you? So all these different gangs, and then it's you. You know what I mean?
That is me, the most dangerous nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're my cousins and all my little niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm in that motherfucker. I just go back to my natural habitat. You know what I'm saying? This player shit, I just learned that. You know what I'm saying? This really out, you know what I'm saying? Like, where a nigga really come up from. So it ain't, I'm going back there. It's like a family to me. I'm not fuck jail. I'm not. You little niggas do not want to go to jail. I don't care what cousin in there you don't want to go see. But look, right? That's just me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of them gorillas, untamed gorillas too. So it's like shit. They like, do you want to go high power? They gave me an option. I swear to God. OSJ came see me. Operation Safe Jail. That's the gang unit. They came to see me my third day in jail. I was in the station. They transferred me to the county like the third day in jail. They came to my cell like, all right, we're going to take you to high power. We're going to take you to $1 million. I'm like, for what?
What's that? Wait. Is that PC? Like?
Some people don't have a choice to be there. Like Chris Brown and all them niggas, they're too big. You don't get a choice. You get what I'm saying? In my case, I feel like it would have been opted out as PC because I still ain't really reached that level of stardom. Maybe in the street, but that's what I was asking for, trying to be famous and all that. So I can't run from that.
You turned it down. You turned it down.
Yeah, I turned it down for sure. Like you get, if it's recorded, it's on record. OSJ Gorman came to my cell, nigga. I swear to God, this the one that know all the homies and all that shit. Came to my cell, like, nigga, you want to go up to high power, you know what I'm saying, the $1 million road? That's where Soulja Boy and all them niggas be at when they be in jail. We don't never see them niggas. Like, Draco was in high power. He was in high power, but they sent him there. He was in general population with me. He just doing too much. I guess his fans started threatening, so they sent him up there or whatever the case was. But yeah, though, I opted out of that. Like, man, shit. Send me, you know what I'm saying? General population, like, this is spot you want to go. I'm like, man, just let my number get called wherever I go. So, you know, that nigga been through this shit before. You know what I'm saying? The minimal conversation as I can with the nigga.
What's the biggest gang in jail?
The biggest gang in jail, it'll be the Southsiders, the MA, like the Mexicans. The biggest gang in jail, the Mexicans. Then it'll be like probably like the neighborhoods and shit, neighborhoods. Then the gangster card. The gangster card might be, but that's a whole lot of gangster Crips all together. Like it's probably the Mexicans, the neighborhoods, the gangsters, and the O's. But the Bloods is big as hell too, because they don't separate. So it might be the neighborhood, the blood card, or the blood card, then the neighborhoods. Because, you know, it's less of them, it's less blood gangs, so they really stick together. You know what I'm saying? They don't really deal with that beef in between their little shit. So.
Yeah. Do the Mexicans give y'all any issues in jail, or it's pretty chill?
I mean, it's starting to get smooth though. They got a little peace treaty up in the peace right now where the South Side is to agreement to where, like, I don't know if you hip or if y'all hip, like before it was Crips and Bloods in jail and all that stuff, it was the Black Gorilla family, like the BGF. So they was doing so much, like they had it to where Crips and Bloods couldn't come on the main line, like probably like in the early 70s.
You just gained the new Sylvia here, the other thing too.
Came about. They had it to where like Southsiders couldn't come on the line, like, you know what I'm saying? So they like a big part of the jail culture. They come out of the Northern California.
Check it out.
They was stuck in like all the shot callers, the head of the Crips, the head of the Bloods, all that. They was stuck in the hole for years. They've been back there 20, 30 years. So they had a peace treaty with whatever the case is, to where, you know what I'm saying, as long as it ain't no bullshit going on, no disrespect on the yard, we kind of got a ceasefire. We don't really get practice.
No,
You know what I'm saying? When that come about itself, you know what I'm saying? It's always bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's not supposed to get. Like, when they numbers get up there,
I met once.
So who's the most hated gang in jail? Is it still the Hoopers? Or is it in jail, is it different?
$180 in the city where coach.
The Hoopers, they take a case, they ABK, but they ain't ABK, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, it's the neighborhood, bro. We beefing everybody, but neighborhood. Like, nobody else like it. Only niggas we get along with is good, like, niggas get along. Blood, like one blood, you know what I'm saying? And they can't really fuck with us like that because they real blood. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we got understanding. But nigga, they fuck with the A-Train and all that, you know what I'm saying? They do their thing. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't really the most hated. We really like the most hated. Like, y'all hate this. Like don't let them get their own door. Like, what they, you know what this shit really up.
Boy, niggas fucking been on the same thing. Look at that.
Alright, good.
Let me come check this shit out. Can y'all hear me now? Like, what's going on? Y'all hear me? I'm not. I got a lot of shit going on. I'm live on a lot of shit. I'm live on Facebook too. Can you see my head? It's in the way. sock shit I put on, but shit, it's too late. I was gonna put the hoodie on, so you know. Shit, I ended up keeping these on. Then I had to put these on today. So that's how we coming. Too good. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. But I'm a little too fried. Feel a little too good. It's a little too late to be feeling this good. So yeah. I'm washing clothes and shit though. This ain't even the right phone. Adam, you can bring me on those, John. Adam, 22, bring me the no jumper. I'm shooting right now on my YouTube. Shout out like you and like everything you do, bro. Like no jumper, I'm baby jumper. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, bring me to the podcast. Like, I'm ready. Bring me. I'm like too turned, too lit. I'm like super litty. Like, come on, Adam. I need to be on like no jumper, like ASAP. Like, look at my shit, we smacking on YouTube right now. Like, we lit. Come on, Adam. Bring me the no jumper. Bring me gang. Ask Brick. Ask Gordy, man. I'm lit. Tired of going hard. I need to relax and be rich. Been going hard since 2011. Zero likes, I'm a weed, fruit, love how he has to go. And yeah, he's like 120, bro. Eat a damn burger, I'm hollering. My kind of strain, yes sir, big lip. I mean, hey, I'm doing what I can do. I just left like Texas. I was hella lit. So man, ooh, eat peaceful. Good pushing alcohol. I'm on that good pushing alcohol. I got some time, bitches up and go. I don't know what I would do without y'all.
I state price will probably do that. Yeah, nah, it'll probably be us in the Hoodest though, like the neighborhoods in the Hoodest.
Yeah, did you ever see Crip Mac in jail?
Yeah, I seen Crip back in jail. That's my dog, man. He got mad at me last week. He said, "Nigga, you tried to make it seem like I was a broke nigga. Every time about I was trying to food, I was like, man, nigga, every nigga that come in the jail ain't with the story yet. Nigga gonna shoot some food too. That's my boy though. Nigga of the hood. Cuz can't be there. It was an op door. Swear to God, I was in the outdoor for like 6 months. You know, like I said, I just let my numbers get called. So they ain't asked me to move or nothing. It was probably like 20 grams in that motherfucker. And then that nigga comes in, he got the bicycle. See, everybody see the Uber killer. Y'all know the other, he got the bicycle whacked out. That means nigga, Brim killer. Like, you know what I'm saying? They diss him, they call him bike rails. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to really just get all disrespectful of this motherfucker, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm from neighborhood. But, they see this. It's like 20 of them. They wake me up like,
let me show you how to do stuff around here. Actually, my department uses Monday.com, so I'm good. A work management tool? No, that's not for me. Well, Monday.com is all about flexibility, so you can make it your own. You could choose pre-built layouts for anything, or build your own workflow. You just open a board, you choose the columns you need,
y'all turn over with me.
you can move them around, filter by what's most important for you. That way you're not always chasing your work, you perfect it.
The Hoodest podcast.
Brick Baby Shit Show. In the building.
What's going on, man?
How you feeling?
Oh, man, should I put on these headphones? I'm feeling great then.
If you want, you can, but it's all good either way.
Yeah, I'm feeling great. You know, just sitting here fresh out this motherfucker, man. You know, trying to turn back up.
Hell yeah. It's good to have you in here, man. Fucking, I mean, I guess I'll just say I became a fan of your music probably 2013, 2014. You were going crazy. And I felt like your career kind of got stopped short at some point. Like, you just kind of, like, legal problems got in the way and shit, and you weren't really able to turn up the way that you were my, like, first round draft pick for a while there. I was like, this dude's about to blow up.
Man, that's like that 1 foot in, 1 foot out life. Like, I was out here still in the streets, but I was rapping, but I didn't really, like, now that the streaming shit's going on, it's like, oh, it's a whole nother bag out there, but I was trapping, rapping, and still trying to be known, but I'm still doing all the street shit. So I was on the run for like 2 years. So that project, I was supposed to, Nasty did it too. I was supposed to get a big bag for that project. I had Chris Brown, Gucci Man.
Right.
I had Ty, I had Dirk on there, I had everybody on there. And then I wasn't able to go travel and do all the stuff that I needed to do. So,
Really?
Yeah, legal problems, man. So
I feel it.
Nah, that good.
Wait, so, okay, give us a little bit of rundown of exactly where you're from and where you grew up in and around LA and shit.
Well, you know, it's Brick Baby. If they know me as Shitty, you know what I'm saying? That's my name. I'm Lil Shitty, not the other Shitty, man. But I'm the real Shitty, man. You know what I'm saying? From road the 60s. I'm out the 60s.
Right.
Out there in LA, South Central. So
the other Shitty that you're referring to, when I first heard about all that, which we can get to at some point, that was kind of my reaction. It's like, damn, all right, there's a bunch of people named Shitty from out that area.
Yeah, man, yeah. That's actually one of my little homies, but I really don't want to talk too much about it. But we can text on there. But I ain't doing no interviews about the nip shit.
I feel you.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, but so, yeah, early on, you coming up, like, where were you born and raised around LA?
I'm right here. All right, so, look, I'm right from out of, like, South Central. So I grew up, like, in, like, on Slauson and Crenshaw, but I also grew up on Adams and, like, Crenshaw, like Crenshaw and Adams, Crenshaw and Jefferson. So I'm a product of both, but it's both two cripplers. I'm out the 60s. But I went out to Atlanta when I was 17, and I was fucking with Big Meech and them.
Really?
Yeah, I had just got out of juvenile hall, and my mama wanted me to get up out of there, but I was playing basketball, so I went to Clark Atlanta University.
Wow.
And I was out there fucking with Meech and all them niggas, and then...
How'd you get tapped in with them right away when you went out there to play basketball?
Well, my cousin and my sister they boyfriends was from BMF at the time.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as I got out there, they like, little nigga, stay out the streets. Ooh, you know how that shit go.
Right.
So, yeah.
But, okay, you get out there, how do you get introduced to BMF, and did they wanted you to stay out of trouble as well?
Yeah, they was trying to get me to stay out of trouble, because I was, you know, we from LA. We don't do all that hustling shit. We ain't no trap baby. I wasn't going, we out here running and gunning. You know, we flock and shit like that, but we gangbanging. So I'm going out there with that mentality. Like, I got to rob somebody. I got to, you know what I'm saying? I'm fresh out of juvenile hall, but I'm going to college, so I'm trying to play the role as a college student. They like, man, look, you know, it's the game right here. They putting me down with the hustling and all that shit.
Right. Because, I mean, I talk to people all the time. I had Scrappy in here yesterday. He was talking about when he was coming out at the BMF and how he's like, nobody ever did it like that before or after. It might never happen again.
It won't happen again. I mean, it was surprising that shit lasted for that long. So many people that you could trust, like people you could trust and all that shit. Oh yeah.
She's just taking a picture.
Oh yeah. But what was I talking about? We were talking about
just the BMS shit and you going out there. Yeah.
Oh no. So I was surprised that it lasted so long because I ain't never seen that many people. I'm from a hood where, man, we kill each other and all that. So it's like I've never seen that many people making money in one place, not wanting to rob each other, not wanting to kill each other, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That took like a special group of people. Right. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that didn't nobody snitch because that's how everything came apart. But it was a strong movement and it was positive. Right. You know what I'm saying? He was paying kids like tuition to private school and shit like that. He was doing some cool shit. Right. Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, when your shit gets that big, you kind of got to start going in that direction.
Yeah, just like how El Chapo is.
That's what I was thinking of.
El Chapo, he take care of it. They couldn't even get nobody to snitch on El Chapo. That's when you a good person like that, you know?
Yeah, you always hear that about the cartels and shit, that they just like will actually help out in the community so that the community has a hard time saying like, oh, they're all bad when they're doing good things as well with some of that money.
Church and all type of shit down there. El Chapo, here you go.
For sure. But did you start to get into some crazy shit out in Atlanta? Because I feel like you're the type of person who's probably going to have a hard time keeping your nose clean.
Well, hell yeah. I caught a case on campus at like 17. I just turned 18, matter of fact. And I got caught with like 35 pounds of weed.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and the male girl told on me. I ain't gonna say her name. She famous too. She an actor.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow, okay.
She told on me.
She told on you for no reason?
I mean, I got it mailed to her house. So.
Oh, okay.
I got it mailed to her dorm room, so you know how that shit goes.
Oh, man.
But, yeah, so I really started, like, the Crip shit, like, out there. Like, I was the first one. I ain't gonna say I started it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I was the first one out there back in the 60s. Me and Longway, that's my brother-in-law. Right. Pee Wee Longway.
That's how you met him?
So we started NPA together, yeah. So I came down there when I got kicked out of school. I'm like, damn, am I gonna move back home? So I'm back and forth from out there. And Pee Wee had just got out the pen in like 07 too.
And this is like before people knew Pee Wee as a rapper, right?
Yeah, we wasn't rapping at all.
Okay.
The only person rapping that we had over there was Thug. It was Thug and Duke. We was managing Thug, Duke, and Wicked at the time, and we was paying like Done Deal to make the beats and shit. This was like 08.
And this is Thug super raw, like nobody really knows about him.
Nobody knows who Thug is. That's like Pee Wee little cousin though.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like a family. Like that shit was like a family, and then everything just started turning up. Like I went to jail. Oh, I met Pee Wee. We start going like so. No, LA, like all the people in Atlanta know, like nobody from LA comes to Atlanta and then goes to Zone 3 or goes. I went straight to the hood. Like after I got kicked out of school, I'm like, shit. Only place I'm comfortable with shit like this. That's why I be feeling Dirk when he said the trenches where I feel the safest. Like I ain't finna be in Buckhead, and I came from some shit like, you know what I'm saying, Bankhead. So I'm down there in Bankhead. We going to the clubs. I'm living in the projects with Pee Wee, and we doing our thing, and everybody starts seeing. I start flying like my little homies down there. They start seeing the movement, and they just start gaining and gaining and gaining. So that's how NPA really like got our stamp. We like the big homies of Atlanta, and I'm from LA.
That's
you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, me and Pee Wee, we really started that whole blue movement. Everybody was Bloods. Like that's why everybody wanted to be like Lil Wayne. Like I went down there around Hurricane Katrina time.
But it wasn't any kind of conflict because you got Thug out here as Blood, and then you guys are Crips out there?
That's Lil Bro. That's why every time you see Thug, he on Sloss. Or he doing some shit like, you know what I'm saying? He don't really... I told Thug, like, man, he didn't ever want to switch no way, but I told him, like, man, I'm going to just introduce you to some powerful Bloods, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to get with this movement. Just stay doing what you're doing. You don't want nobody to say you hood hopping and all that. Yeah. And he wasn't ever thinking about it, though. I ain't saying it like that, but you know what I'm saying? So I started showing him the game with what's going on the West Coast, too. You know, I took him in front of Nip in, like, 09 and told him to work with him. And Nip was, like, iffy. Thug was slime then. He was real, like, you know what I'm saying? He was out here robbing shit, doing all, you know,
Real.
regular hood shit.
And I mean, when Thug was coming out, like, his style was so different, so unique, and like, I could understand probably a lot of people would have heard it, and I thought it was
they
good.
like, oh, he's a Wayne. He's trying to be like Lil Wayne. I'm like, in a sense, but he going crazier than Wayne. You got to listen to him, and then nobody, like, we were like the first believers of Thug.
Did Thug kind of motivate you and Pee Wee to start rapping in a way?
That's exactly how it happened.
Really?
You know, we getting high when that Molly came out. When that Molly came out, that's when I became a rapper. When Molly hit the streets, I used to get high and be in the studio, listen to them, like, fuck it. And that's where my style come from. You know, maybe like, he from LA, but he sound like he from down there.
Right.
I ain't start rapping out here. You know what I'm saying? I knew, like, I always played around when we was younger and, like, was playing, you know what I'm saying, like freestyling, I get off a Thizzle and start, you know what I'm saying, like back when Thiz was hot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was doing shit like that, but I just started rapping when that Molly came out. It gave a nigga a whole new.
See, that's one thing I was thinking about you when I was going back to all this shit. I was like, bro, people don't talk about doing this many drugs as Brick Baby was talking about.
I'm the first. I like. I'm the source, bro. You know what I'm saying? My little homie gave me that shit, free boogie down, free RS. My little homie gave me that name when I came home. Like, bro, you the source. You know, you really, motherfuckers come to you for everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really where they get this shit from.
Right.
I've been sipping lean since I was 6. Since I was 6. I was buying pints for like 120. Activists.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? The old people just like, what is that? Man, let me get that. 120.
Good old days.
I was setting the prices. I was selling $20 lines and doing shit like that. You feel me?
Wow.
Way back then. Even in Atlanta, they gonna tell you. I was telling them, like, man, that's high tech, that's red, that ain't activists. They getting 8s, like, man, just act like, nah.
Right.
That's lean, though, but it ain't.
Did you feel like it was normal to be doing that many drugs at that time in LA, or who even influenced you to think that? Because, like, yo, you were really taking it to an extreme. Especially, I seen you in an interview telling some stories that were like scary. Yeah, bro, that shit was scary.
But look, yeah, Lil Wayne's my favorite rapper. I've been wanting to be like Wayne since I was a kid. Like my mama would tell you, like, you feel me? So it ain't that, but it's like, oh, what's in Wayne cup? What's that over? You know what I'm saying? Then I start trapping, so now I'm like, fuck it. I start popping Thizzles. Mac Dre is my favorite West Coast rapper though. Always been. I know every Mac Dre song top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my guy.
A lot of LA people have no idea about that.
Yeah, but see, I'm a different. I've been going to the Bay buying pounds since I was like 15.
Wow.
I was catching the train up there. Amtrak.
Who taught you how to hustle, man? You had a lot of ambition that a lot of people don't have.
My name is Brick Baby.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how you got that name too.
My first mixtape was Son of a Brick Lady. My mom had an indictment for 2 tons, and I think her indictment came out like 95 or some shit like that. But my whole family is hustling. My dad been to the feds. Mom been to the feds. You know what I'm saying? Everybody did they, you know what I'm saying? I don't come from no gangbanging ass family. I come from like a hustling family. So, but my generation, they the generation right before gangbanging. Then my generation, that's what's going on. Like they didn't ever keep me out the trenches, but we always had money. So I was always the popular kid with the fly shit. But I'm into all the bullshit. I'm at my grandma's house 5 days out the week, you know what I'm saying? And she live in the trenches. There's 8 of us over there. You know what I'm saying? She done adopted all my little cousins and shit. You know, the crack, all my aunties and shit was fucking up at the time. You know, crack was heavy then. So that's what I was telling people.
It's tough to manage being a drug salesman as well as a drug addict at the same time.
Yeah, but you can't sell the drugs that you do.
Right.
Biggie Smalls told me that. Don't get high off your own supply.
I'm going to assume that you probably have broken that rule.
Well, only with weed, weed and lean. But I've never, like, if I'm selling lean, like, I have to have a lot of it. Or when I was selling drugs, I'm rapping now. But when I got to have a lot of it. So when I was selling weed, I have enough. Like, I'll buy my smoke sack, then I'll buy my rehab. You get what I'm saying? It's the only way you're going to make some money. And like, with the pills, like, and all that shit, I wasn't popping perks and shit and all that shit until later on. And then, but I really was popping perk 30s when they was $4.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I've been doing all the drugs, so I just like, you know, I know how to manage it still, but it do fuck up your pockets. It do fuck up your pockets. But like, if I'm selling lean, I won't have no pounds of weed around. Or if I, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm doing. All right, I buy a smoke sack of this. If I'm selling pills, 10 of these is mine, and
Right.
these 1,000 go this way.
Yeah, because I mean, you can sell it and do it, but you just have to have a lot of self-control about how much you're doing.
You gotta be moderate. Yeah. So I don't know. That's just experimental. I like to.
Right. So you witnessed. Well, I guess Thug started to blow up way before Pee Wee, right? Or who started to like gain steam career-wise first?
Well, Thug was always our go-to, so it was Thug. We was voting for Thug. So
right.
It's like, here, Gucci, we got Thug. I was in jail. Like, hey, look, Pee Wee made Gucci. See, we been fucking with QCP before it was QC.
Oh, really?
Before he was even thinking about managing nobody. So, you know what I'm saying? Him, Pee Wee, we all was hanging and banging back then. And I went to jail 2012. And I did like 16 months. When I came home, it was MPA 1017. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I come home, I'm with Gucci Man every day. I'm like, shit. You know what I'm saying? But we was voting for Thug. So Thug took off first, though. We was voting for Thug and Duke. Them was the rappers. You know what I'm saying? We was playing. Then go out like, people, you need to take this shit serious. Then we started stopping down. Then when we came home, that's when Go Up lost it. So I didn't ever put out my project with Go Up.
Oh, so you had a whole project with him?
No, I was gonna have a team. You know how you introduced everybody and was putting everybody in. I came home.
Come on.
Yeah,
John
all
Morant,
of us
bro,
was
just
in the
not
same
sure
little
where you
camp.
from, St. Louis,
Chief
his
Keef was
family,
down there.
damn.
That's how I kind
His
of met
dad is
Dirk and
fucking
them. I
her,
didn't
you
meet him
from
straight
St.
through
Louis,
Keef
me
and them, but I
too.
met him through bands way back then. Like,
Yeah,
we've been
yeah,
rocking ever since. Dirk, like, you know what I'm saying, my ace-boat cone now, though.
Yeah. That's crazy though, just so that was that time period, yeah, because like Gucci was making a lot of really dope music, 2013, 2014, putting on a lot of artists. That's around the time that he like sort of co-signed Migos and all this shit, and at the same time, that's when he started to just really start doing too much, and he ended up locked up.
Man, too many drugs at once. I mean, love can drive you that way, drugs can drive you that way. It was a lot of all that.
Yeah. Do you have
I
any?
ain't gonna talk about that man business, but yeah.
But do you have any regret when you think about that era? Because that's a lot of talent that kind of multiple people had this shit screwed up.
I wish I knew what I knew now, because I fuck all that verbal shit.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Not with Thug. That's my brother. But I was in Atlanta, so I'm in the hood. I'm hearing Rich Homie Quan before he came out. I'm hearing 21 Savage before he came out. I'm hearing, like, right now, I'm on Slime Like Shotty. Like, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on all the young niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been that person, like, bringing them out here. Like, I had Future. I turned LA on the Future. I was listening to Dirty Sprite 1 when it first came out, and I'm coming to the hood. Like, yeah, I understand, because, you know, I drink late, so. And me and Future, that's my boy, too. I was with him and Scooter the whole Dirty Sprite 1, Streets Calling, all that shit. So I'm heavy in the culture. I brought them out here to do a song with Nip. And Nip, I ain't gonna say he didn't want to do a song with him. He takes longer to do music. So if it's a song, you would want to send it over. He's not the dude that you go to the studio and record with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You go get the vibe with him, you can record your part there, but he's kind of like, let me write there. He a perfectionist.
Right.
So he's not going to be done with a song that session.
All this, like, makes so much sense, too, because I remember being, like, confused about, like, how is Brick Baby from L.A. when he don't really sound, like, he's not rapping. Like, you know, there's a lot of people who rap from L.A. that kind of get stuck in, like, a mold and making shit that has a certain sound.
Like that mustard YG wave.
You went to Atlanta and, like, got all these crazy-ass influences from a lot of the rappers who ended up being, like, the biggest rappers of that time, and then sort of, like, embedded that shit in your music.
Yeah, that's what. Like, that was just us. We were in the living room. We had a studio in the closet. I came from nothing and all that shit. That's from the closet. Long Way first couple projects, Son of a Brick Lady. That's all from 2424. That's our trap spot. We called that the lobby. That's where all that running around the lobby come from. That was the lobby. Rich the Kid was living there. The Migos was living there. Guapo was living there. That was like the whole A. Like, Bud was there every day. Everybody was there. That's where all right, we going back and forth for shit. All right, go in there. You know what I'm saying? We in the road, we high. It's 6 in the morning. Mighty G, wake your ass up. Come on. We going in there. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I learned how to rap. Guapo really taught me how he look, man, we gotta rap like you talking to the crowd. Like you in the booth, act like you doing the show. So that's why a nigga jumping around the energy be different. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just like little tips like that. All the niggas taught me how to rap.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Damn, that's like so much talent in one place at one time.
Man, that's like, we got like over 2 million streams coming out that spot for sure.
For real.
For sure. Streaming wise, we probably went crazy.
It sounds like a fucking boys camp.
Cause
where
I started the hood in babyhood.
Really?
We was in Oakland City. I forgot when they shut down the projects over here, we went to Oakland City. When they shut down Jonesboro South, everybody moved to Oakland City. Baby and them was right there. We had a spot right there, like on the same block as nigga Baby and them manager, mama house, and all that shit. So I turned Oakland City into Little Cali.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? That's the first wave. I didn't know Baby was really that young. I thought cuz was my age.
Really?
Yeah, but that's why they was calling him Little Baby, because he was trapping like 14, 15, like I was, but he was in it though.
That must trip you out. You seen him that long ago, and
yeah,
just doing
when he came on, me and Doug took care of shopping. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like he like was like the little nigga over there. Like he loved one over there. That's like P little brother though. That's why. That's like Big Nose P little brother.
Who did he say though that was paying him to stay out the streets and just stay in the studio? He was saying that about, I think.
Oh, Doug.
Doug was saying that at one point.
Yeah,
like that.
Doug was the first one to have some millions out of our crew. So he kind of like was the calm switch for everybody. Like nigga, this money right here. Try to do this.
Who actually got in your ear though and like really made you believe that you had it to be an actual rapper yourself and to start working on putting that full project together and everything?
Rich, Rip, and Nate from Mixtape Kitchen. They like, man, do it. Like, you got something going, do it. And then my manager, he like, cause Brodinski, I was fucking with Brodinski before he said it. So Brodinski found out about me through like a long way project or something. They was way in Paris. Lil Debbie and my manager was way in Paris. You know, Lil Debbie just my best friend. So
Still?
Yeah, still my best friend.
Okay.
Interesting. She used to come visit me like twice a month. Yeah, she stayed there. That's like a real bitch.
You guys were trapping together?
She a real bitch.
You can tell me. You were trapping together?
Who? With Debbie?
Yeah.
Man, Debbie ain't trapping. Yeah. Nigga, she annoying to the motherfucker. She used to be driving while a nigga doing this shit, yeah. Up and down for the bay.
Wow.
That's
good.
Man, she ain't trapping shit. She ready to cuss the nigga out. I got too many people around.
Right. Because the weird thing about our connection is that before I even knew who you were, there was a girl that I was friends with, and I used to be buying drugs off of her, number one, and just kicking with her a little bit. I never was messing with her like that or nothing, but she would be telling me about this crazy ass boyfriend that she had.
Yeah.
And then she said the name a few times, but then I started seeing the name popping up on like, you know, YouTube or like friends even. I'm good. Friends just telling me about like, oh, yo, you gotta fuck with this dude Brick Baby, and then I realized you're the crazy ass boyfriend that is driving my drug dealer insane, and I'm like, holy fuck, it's a small world right there.
Hell yeah, so that's a crazy ass thing. So
and she was friends with Lil Debbie too, so it was all
we
mixed
was all
together.
living together. When I got out, the Gucci right around this whole time, when I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying, I got out and I got into some shit like a shootout somewhere where I was living. And I'm like, man, you know, I'm fresh out, so I'm hustling, but I'm like, look, I'm fucking around, Debbie. That's my girl, like my old girl. We kind of like was fucking around, but you know what I'm saying. I'm like, look, bro, I just popped it out in front of mom's house. I gotta go lay low. She's like, come over here, bring all your clothes over here. You stay over here. So like I started off over there, and then her roommate, you know what I'm saying, was people peeking out the door. So you know me, I go with my animal senses. I start sensing some shit going on, so it's funny because Debbie used to have like her little dudes come, and I used to be like, man, do your thing. I'm gonna go sleep in the other room. I used to go sleep in Taylor's room. So I was sleeping in that other room, and then like, you know, sleeping turned into waking up. Like this, you know. For sure.
But are you the kind of guy where if you start dating a girl, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to turn her probably into a bando?
That's for sure. 100%.
I didn't know if you was going to admit it.
That's fucking sincere. Take your life and you chop it out. But yeah, I'm going to that motherfucker and it's mine after that. Because I'm really, I'm any female that I fuck with, I fuck with so many elite niggas just, or people, let me stop dropping in. But I fuck with so many elite people that naturally we was in the trap together and all that shit that any girl I fuck with, I'm turning your status up by even having you around when I'm around you. Like you wasn't fucking rappers and basketball players when you was fucking these bitches. Like, come on, man, they see you, and then as soon as I dropped you, you got everybody for, hey, we coming in, this the type of lifestyle you got now. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna take care of you, you know what I'm saying? So, whatever I got going on, it's the bad though. And you know what I'm saying? If you got a problem with that, then shit, bitch,
Yo, but is that a crazy position for you to be in where you're around all these like dudes who are like rich on paper, you know, they got fucking money in the bank and shit because they're in the NBA because they're selling records or whatever, but then meanwhile you're kind of like purely like street connect at that time.
Yeah, it's weird, and then like it's hard to keep your head like with certain people that you know, like when you was struggling, I was buying you burgers and all that, like then you own. Then I see you, and then it's like, oh, like you know what type of shit I was doing for you. So now you own, like you just know you made 10 times more than I was making at that time. So you looking at it as I was feeding you drugs. Like I had $100,000, you got $2 million. So the type of presence is gonna be different. But the same dude that was giving you $5,000 to get back on in, like you supposed to look back out. But if you ain't thinking like that, fuck it. So it's hard to keep your head because I'm ready from that. Like the 60s, you know what we do. You've been living in LA. Anytime something come up missing, they blaming us. You know what I'm saying? So you know how we coming. And you know how we coming with the rappers.
Right.
So it's like, damn, I fuck with you, but now you starting to look like...
Yeah, that shit kind of got whack as hell. I don't know what. I just got to look at, but we can check out my YouTube. You someone call you, we gotta talk. I think I found you from STL. You in the city of the county, you in North County. Where you at in STL? I'm Southside, bro. What? Y'all niggas was